welcome to Never Not Funny, episode 1317, 1317. Did I already say Never Not Funny? Has that been covered? I forget what I said.
I don't think so.
I think it said, hey, everybody, welcome, and then just went right to the... Am I supposed to pretend you don't have that beard? How am I supposed to live my life? Am I supposed to...
No, you can talk about it.
Well, I mean, we kind of have to. I mean, you've got...
the grayness of it.
The gray is a little
concerning. The fact
concerning.
that I look 50 years older.
It ages you by minimum 50 years.
Yeah.
It deadens your face. It makes your usual glowing, smiley face. It hides that.
Yep. That's what I'm going for.
It's 9 colors.
Yep.
Like it's got by the way, if I grew a beard, it's just as awful.
Uh-huh.
It would be as hideous as yours. It would be as you're a guy that pulls off a beard, but I am a little concerned that it deadens your face.
Yeah, I got dead face. I got a case of the dead face.
When are we going to shave it?
Next week. I actually decided for a week it was just I just didn't get around to it, and then I realized, hey, I'm going to grow this until Ryan gets back because he's the main reason. Ryan's my record label partner who's taken a 3-week vacation and left me with a fair amount of his work to do. So this is my Ryan beard, and when he returns on Saturday, I will shave it.
And you moved past the itchy face parts?
I did,
yeah. All right, listen.
Yeah. It's still annoying, but
it grew a lot since last week. I mean, it went bananas since last week. Right? Isn't it night and day since last week? You also might have something in your tooth, by the way. I don't mean to be that guy here. Look over at me. Look at me. Look at me. It might just be a gap, like right here, right
here?
there, right. No, not one over. That's our guy.
I was just eating an apple.
It might be an apple. Let me take a look. No, it's there. I can't.
Why don't you open the show and
All right.
I'll work on this.
Yeah, you work. Here, you want a mirror? You want a compact?
I could just use my phone.
What do you mean?
Use the little camera, the little front-facing cam.
You do that, but you also have there's a mirror.
What do you got? You got a little compact in here.
Yeah, I got the compact.
Oh, okay.
All right, listen. Welcome into the program. That's the type of professional program we do. That's the program. I overuse the word program. We're going to use a program. I don't know, some sort of software program to program this program. You got it? Is that a thing in your tooth, or is it just like the gap between your tooth and gum, and it's just, you know how sometimes they...
Yeah, it
can be a little bigger on certain days? No, you got a little trouble. Do you want to go to the restroom and use a toothing pick?
I got it.
Let me take a look. Looking good. That a boy.
Boom.
Great job, pal.
Look, if there's one thing I know, it's how to get something out of my teeth when I'm looking at a mirror.
Okay. Well, you did a great job.
I'm saying there's nothing to that. And once you're looking at it...
Yeah, but it took you a little longer than I think it should have, and I got concerned.
Uh-huh. I just want to make 100% sure. I want to make sure you're comfortable.
I want to see it good.
Let's not dwell on it.
Let's see. Looking good. You look good. It looks good. You know, I mean, we got a lot happening over there.
It's warm in here.
What?
It's warm in here.
Let's take off all our clothes. All right, let's talk about a couple of things. Of business. Podcastathon's right around the corner. Let's not forget that is happening on November the 29th. It'll be right on podcast.com.
Yep.
It'll be right there as it was last year. We're going to have some eBay auctions coming up. We're going to have some in-show auctions happening this time.
Yeah.
To raise money for Smile Train. And I know we're just about 4 weeks away from that now, right? Aren't we?
Yeah.
Right? It's not 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? It's 4 weeks.
What's today is the 4 people are hearing this
on the 8th, basically 7/8.
8 plus 21. Yeah, it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks away. Jeez, it's 3.
We got to get our act together.
Oh, I got to start booking it.
Oh no, Garen, are you available? Just to be a guest, I mean, can you do maybe 8 hours?
You really want 20 minutes with Garen Cockrell?
I want to check these mics, make sure that they can pick up any kind of
any sort of
noise.
Sound, any sort of low end mumbling.
Yeah, that'll be a good stress test on the low end.
Garen, that's all said and fun. You have a lot of talented friends. You yourself are talented. I am alluding to, I believe, a Facebook post of yours.
Yes.
I only read it, and I was, truth be told, I was breaking the law, and I was looking at my phone at a stoplight. So I did not read in detail your posting on Facebook.
It was in honor of all my awesomely talented friends.
Well, listen, I know that you do not consider me a friend, but I will still take that as a compliment. Thank you for the nice words. I consider you a friend. It hurts me that you don't feel the same way.
All included.
Wait, I didn't see what he said. What did
you say? Something you felt you were feeling sorry for yourself a little bit, were you not?
No, I just watched my friend's movie that he made, and it was pretty excellent. So it just made me realize that a lot of people that I know are trying to break into the industry, and we're all really talented.
I'm out, by the way. I'm in. Yeah. I'm already in the industry,
yeah,
so I am out of that. Yeah. That may have been more about you guys. It may have been more about
okay.
you. Although you are an entrepreneur, Elliot, it may have really just been about you. Now that I think about it, at least the people in this room.
He's not.
And then he's not a friend, so
I think it's really just about this one guy who made a movie.
Yeah, this guy made a movie. Why couldn't you just say, "Great job, Don"?
No, we also made a movie this weekend. We shot.
Who's we? You and your buddy?
And you were.
Yeah, he starred in it. I wrote it, produced it. My friend Elias that you hate.
Oh, that fucking jerk.
And what? Yours is Stinkaroo? What happened?
No, I haven't seen the footage yet.
Okay.
So. He said it was good. He said he felt good about it.
Yeah, it went really well.
I imagine it's a horror.
No.
Oh, what are you doing? That's your genre. Oh, Garen.
You know.
He has a dry wit. That seems right.
I know he does. He wouldn't be here if he didn't. Garen Conker's a great guy. We wish him a lot of luck, and we'll talk to him more later as we go around the horn. Now,
what is that shirt? Is that a They Live shirt?
It is.
Awesome. We were just talking about it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, right after they did that, the shirt came up online. I bought it instantly.
How thick is that graphic on the front? Is it thicker than?
It's kind of thick.
Yeah,
looks thick.
I haven't washed it yet, so it's a little.
Yeah, everything about it. Heavy shirt, heavy ink.
You're gonna have to wash that about 300 times.
Yeah,
to make that comfortable.
Yeah,
it's warm.
Yeah, it's a thick shirt. I'm unhappy with that shirt. All right, let's go. Let's talk about some other things. Are you reading? Elliot's blog, by the way?
No.
Yeah.
You mean
at podcast.com?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's that? Yeah. What the fuck? When did that become your forum, jackass? Well, nobody gives a shit what do you think about parking. How's that grab you?
I thought you were talking about his fantasy football blog, which is happening at Video Fans on Facebook.
Listen,
Never Not Funny Video
somehow,
Fans.
By the way, somehow I'm out of that. I don't know what happened.
Show me the path.
But in fairness, that's his. In fairness, the Video Fan thing is his.
It's his, right. But that doesn't mean it's...
Podcast.com is not.
Well, that's fine. He's talking about things that occurred on the show that thank God he didn't pipe up about during the show.
I still don't want to go there and go, oh, look at that. We got new comments. Oh, it's Jackbone giving advice on if your spouse might be cheating on you if you're saving her a spot and she doesn't come home till 4 a.m.
I almost responded to that.
They are as long-winded as he is.
Yeah.
Well, the internet's free.
That site's my site.
Somebody's paying for it.
I paid for it, God damn it.
Every pair of eyeballs that
every
falls on
word that I read. Like, why? Oh, hey, me again. Anytime you have to write that, just stop. Just fucking delete those words and put it away. You understand me? Let's be clear about it.
Here's what I was going to say, though. There's neighborhoods, and I don't want to... Look, I don't want to make you feel bad. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. But Jimmy and I are homeowners. We live in neighborhoods. We live on streets with houses. And usually on streets with houses, everyone has a driveway, and then everybody has the spots in front of their house. And there is no need to park in front of anyone else's house because there's ample street parking. If you're talking about apartment building streets where everybody's jockeying for the last spot. That's a different world,
and I couldn't bitch about it either when I lived.
Obviously, like that's ridiculous. No one would bitch about that.
You don't have a spot, Elliot, under your building?
Oh, I do. But at one point, before I became the building manager, I had 2 vehicles but 1 space. So I had to put one of the vehicles on the street, and that was a huge pain to put the 2 together to try to schedule whenever. And I was able to get a second space from the manager at that point, but then he took it back and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, boy.
Now I'm the manager. I don't have that problem.
So you have 2 spots?
Correct.
All right. Well,
and I have 1 car.
Oh, you solved the problem twice.
Yes.
I only needed 1 solution.
Yes.
So you have 2 spots, 1 car.
Yes.
That's that video, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Really.
Yeah.
You can't unsee that once you see it.
Right? 2 spot. By the way, I only know that thing as a reference. I don't know.
Yeah, I started watching it, and then I was like, nah.
Is it
2 girls shit in a cup and then drink it?
Go.
Yeah, you don't want to watch this.
God, boy. That's not what I thought it was. I thought it was... wait, what's it called? 2 girls, 1 cup?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was some guys jizz in the cup and then they drink it. I thought it was that.
That's nothing. That happens every day on the internet.
I don't listen. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. It doesn't on
Trust
the sites
me, it
I
does.
do.
I'm making sure that it happens every day. I'm out there.
You're running like a slave trade, are you not?
No,
human trafficking.
It's all me. I'm in charge of my own body.
But who are the girls then?
I didn't say there doesn't have to be girls for somebody to be
2 girls, 1 cup.
Okay,
That's
look.
the title.
They might be Barbie dolls. It doesn't matter who's consuming it. The important thing is
freak. You jizz in a cup and you pour it over the dolls?
Well, boring. I mean, look.
No, all right, we're done. This line of questioning, counselor, is over.
Thank God.
And I started it. And I apologize.
To the full
yes, you did.
extent
That's
of my.
next time. Every now and then you could deny.
I didn't want to. I felt like I committed to something, and I would have been cowardly to let go.
Well, you're not wrong, and yet you're not right.
There was no solution. There was no winning.
If loving you is
it was like
wrong.
asking Elliot about that parking spot. There was no solution that would have been happy.
Boy,
led to.
You know what the problem is with my across the street neighbor is that they have like, I don't know how many people are living there, so I think they have like 5 cars, and they all have vanity plates that all have the same thing on them with then the number.
Oh, wow.
Like like Jazzbone 1, Jazzbone 2, and then so
live across from the Jazz Bones.
What's that?
You live across from the Jazz
They're good
Bones.
people.
Yeah.
Dan Cronin at work made me laugh so hard today. There's a Snapple flavor named Peach Mangosteen or Mangostern. Peach. Will you look that up, Gary, so I get it right? Peach Mangostern. Is that what it's called? Anyway, it's not going to work. It's not. It is a definitive. You had to be there.
All right.
But he said, he goes, go take a look in the. He goes, go take a look at the name of the peach thing. And I went in there and just blurted that stupid laugh. And then he came out. He goes, you know Peach Mangostern, right? He's a good guy. And it just was the timing, everything about it. Is it Peach Mangostern?
Peach Mangosteen.
Mangosteen, Peach Mangosteen.
Jewish drink.
Jewish drink. And, he's going through a tough time right now. We decided. Peach. You know Peach from high school.
Oh yeah.
And anyway, I laughed like an idiot, and it was a lot of fun, having fun over there at the Conan O'Brien Fortress. Now, I was in Chicago, Illinois over the weekend.
Yes.
We thank the Never Not Funny fans for coming out. We thank my old friends for coming out. I had a lot of friends and family. Mm-hmm. Downtown Zanies, I had a lot of friends from high school. Oh. Some people from high school, one guy by the name of Tony Barrera. That was his name. He's got a twin named Ray. Mm-hmm. The 2 sentences I said to Tony on Friday night, double the amount I talked to him in 4 years in high school. Another guy named Dan Jones came. Joe and his brother Mike Gentleman came. These 2 guys come and see me every time I'm in Chicago.
Did you say his name was Mike Gentleman?
Joe and Mike Gentleman. Joe Gentleman, Mike Gentleman.
You've got to be kidding me.
Love it. The Gentleman Brothers.
How are you not somehow living with them or something? Like this is like a
I don't
sitcom.
like them. I don't care for them.
Oh, okay.
No, they're great guys.
But just the name alone, I feel like you should have tried to get adopted by that family.
The Gentlemen. They show up. They wear their hard shoe. They wear a.
That cannot be a name.
I know.
How is that their name?
I don't like it either.
It's crazy.
I know. It seems like a cartoon character. Oh, there's Joe Gentleman.
I have to ask, are they?
They seem to be good guys.
Were they when you were in school?
Yeah, I liked it. We were on the golf. Very funny, very quick. I meant to tell it on stage because there's so many guys from high school were there. We were on the golf team together, Joe and I, and sophomore year, mm-hmm. we were the varsity team needed some guys from our team because of injury or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, maybe 2 guys were being extra pussy that week, and they couldn't play the match. So, I mean, what injury caused you to miss a golf match is my point. So
rotator cuff.
Charlie Sopko, I believe his name, and maybe a Charlie Segrist. Yeah, I think we had 2 Charlies on our team.
All right.
They got bumped up to the varsity.
Yeah.
And so Joe and I were going off 1-2. Mm-hmm. And usually that would be the 1 and 2 best golfers on the team. So Joe and I were busting each other's balls on the bus ride, going, "Well, I'm number 1 then today." And then he would be like, "No, I'm number 1." It's like, no, Joe, please. I'm obviously in this case, I'll be number 1. Like we're doing it just having fun. So Joe calls Mr. Scott Lois over and goes, "Hey, Coach, what, Mr. Lois? So who's 1 and 2 out of us?" He goes, "Doesn't matter. You're not." And it's like, oh man,
wow,
man, I've had a lot of that happen in my life. A lot of coaches telling me that I'm no good or putting me down.
Maybe you should have taken the hint. No more sports.
Yeah, no more sports. And I told you I ran into Scott Lois later in life.
Is this the same guy that almost smashed your head open? Because
that's the gentleman whose wife did have surgery, and he wanted to smash my head open with a pitching wedge. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's Scott Lois. Coach Connor is the guy that yelled at me, "You just don't know when to shut up, do you?" That was a 1-2 punch.
Right, Coach Connor.
Yeah, it's Ken Connor.
So,
no, Ken Connor said that about
about
you want to put a wedge in his head.
Yeah.
You want to put a sandwich in your head.
Yeah, because I remember that name now, but I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's Ken Connor, Coach Ken Connor. Scott Lois was the guy that I ran into. This is a true story. Ran into him. I had to be 20, 21. and he was at the golf course. I was there with friends from the mall: Jody Rice, Rick Jaling, Eric Uren, and we were golfing as men. And I saw Scott Lois, and I said, "Hey, Mr. Lois, Jim Pardo. I went to Oak Forest High School. I was just telling the guys there I was the best golfer on the team." He goes, "That's not how I remember it."
No.
But not with the
Humor,
fun
like
that,
let's bust balls. We're
right.
adults all.
It wasn't ball busting. It was, no, you weren't. Don't you dare.
I need to correct you on this.
You need to know that I'm still an asshole fucking PE teacher. What a prick. Fuck you, Scott Lois.
We're not gonna bleep this, are we?
Don't make
it.
This one I will not.
Okay.
This one I will not ask. You will not get an email, any email from me.
Thank you.
But what does it matter? You know you're not, is what he said. And then, 4.
And then years later, remembered that. It had to drive it home.
Had to remind me.
If you see that, I have to believe anytime you run into this guy, if you ever run into him again, that will somehow come up again.
You know what? And here's the thing: I would want it to. Hey, this guy. Hey, I was just talking. I was just on Conan telling a story about being on the golf team, and I was the best. Yeah, but you weren't, right?
Don't even give him that much. I just say like, hey, I remember I was on the golf team. Just see it. Like he'll just be like, oh yeah, I remember you were not the best at all. You were probably 4th or 5th best.
In fairness, I was 4th or 5th. That's the truth.
And he wants you to know.
He wants me to know that Sopko was better, and he was better. Great, who cares? I get it.
So did you ever make varsity by the time?
No,
you
you
were
know what
senior?
happened? Rainbow Bridge happened.
Oh, you quit.
I didn't practice golf at all between sophomore and junior year, and when I went to tryouts, truth be told, though, I still did better than other guys. But listen, these stories don't happen for a reason. Scott Lois hated me,
right?
So he's not going to. So even when
good for you for not putting up with it, just giving, get out of there.
No, I didn't get out of there. I went.
What?
I went to tryouts.
No, but then when you didn't make the team.
Well, no, I went and confronted him.
Oh, okay.
And I said, why did I make? I had better. I won't use the other guys' names that made the team. I said I had better scores than all these guys. And he just literally had a panic look in his eyes because he couldn't say, "I can't stand you." Hey, you make the mistake of standing up to me when others don't.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Do you think Ken Connor told him about the other thing?
Yes, because
Okay.
yes, there's
so
no question.
You were just a problem child.
But I wasn't. I was a guy that stood up for himself,
right,
I was a guy that I wasn't just going to be a pussy being pushed around by the gym coach, because that's those guys get off on that shit.
By the way, if you want to hear the story that we're talking about with Ken Connor, check out Never Not Funny Volume 1.
You're going to try
the best-selling CD.
You're going to try to move some units?
Yeah. It's on iTunes. It's available at ASTRecords.com.
I'm going to quote my buddy
It's
Mike
actually
Toomey.
on sale. I think it's like $3 at ASTRecords.com.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm going to quote Mike Toomey. This thing's so good, we have 1,000 of them.
Exactly. We got to be down to 900 by now.
We have to be, right? Just by default of us throwing them out of a window.
But every time I think we're doing better, then you go, oh, I still got 3 boxes in my garage.
Wait, do I have some?
No, I don't think. I think you finally.
Do you remember the time that we did go up to the roof just to see if they could fly? Remember that experiment? Hey, let's see if these CDs could fly. Nope. Okay, good. Now we only have 800. What was I going to say? So what? Scott Lois panicked and he said consistency. He goes, consistency. The other guys have swings that I think it's like.
Did you tell him that that's the hobgoblin of petty minds?
No, I would have had to have been.
Is that the quote? What's the quote? Is that it?
I would have had to be well read in order to have said that.
Was that Ben Franklin or somebody?
Is that a poster? Is
it consistency? That doesn't even sound right. Consistency is a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be a negative.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows about positive and negative, it's Franklin, right? He learned something about a kite.
Yeah. Juiced it up.
But you already know this.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Oh boy, this will give Garen a second to look up this.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, that's a home life thing, and then that's a fine thing there too, and that's a fine how do you do.
That is a fine how do you do.
Now you already know this information, but
Yes.
I'll share it with our listeners and Garen and Elliot. I flew out of LAX to.
Oh
God
my
damn it!
God. Oh. It stopped as soon as you did that.
Okay. I'm doing a podcast. Leave me alone! This is my business!
And business is good.
Business is good. I'm doing okay. I flew from Los Angeles to Chicago Friday, November 1st, Friday morning, November 1st.
Your flight was 10 something?
My flight was to be, Matt, at 10:35.
Okay.
just by chance, they started boarding us a little early. They started boarding us around. Usually, they board about a half hour early. That's the norm. About 45 to 50. Hi, everybody. About 45 to 50 minutes early. They started boarding us. Just I don't know why. It just and luckily I was upgraded to first class, so I took advantage of getting that comfortable seat. And so I get in there, and I was in 3B. I was in the bulkhead, which I'm not a big fan of, or 3C rather. And the only other guy on the plane at that point is 3D. Some other people are wandering onto the plane. And 3D looks around and he goes, hey, there was just a shooting. And I said, what? And I go, where? And he goes, here. There was a shooting here. And I was like, where? And he goes, Terminal 3. Now, we're in Terminal 4.
Right.
For those that don't know anything about LAX, I'm more than happy to do it. It's like a horseshoe. You got 1, 2, and 3 over here. The top of the round part of the horseshoe is the International, then 4, 5, 6. We're in 4. The shooting happened in 3 at 9:40 something. We were on the plane at like 9:47, so like it literally just happened.
Right.
And so we're looking at each other like, well, we're not flying today. We're not going to get out of here. And then the flight attendant overhears us talking. She goes, what's going on? And the guy said, there's been a shooting. She goes, where? He goes, Terminal 3. Terminal 3? Oh, she goes, we're probably going to have to get you guys off the plane, But then people keep
Crazy
coming
that
on the plane.
that she didn't even know that yet.
Even crazier. Pilot comes out of the cockpit and goes, what's going on?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
And the woman says, there's been a shooting. We're at Terminal 3. He runs into the cockpit and he comes out. He goes, they're probably gonna deplane. They're probably gonna have to, disembark. Is that the phrase?
Yeah.
Whatever the
Debark.
Debark. Is that it? Debark.
They say deplane.
They do say deplane, but I want to say he said disembark or something. That doesn't sound right at all.
They're all correct.
Is it?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Disembark is a
I'm
word.
not a pilot. I'm a passenger.
I don't know if debark is a word. But
No, debark isn't. That's when you take a bark away from a dog.
That's right.
That's when you cut out its larynx.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean? Oh, Elliot, that's what it is. You don't like real life. Close your fucking ears.
I
You can't handle it.
I just don't like the idea of a dog losing its larynx.
Hey, a dog needs to lose its what?
Larynx.
A dog. Listen, every dog has its day.
That's not that dog's day.
No, that's a bad day for that dog.
Real bad day.
Right? Because you've had a bad day.
You're taking one down. Sing a sad song just to turn it around. If I don't lie.
I don't know what dog that is, by the way.
It's a dog with his larynx half torn out.
It's a Nixon collie, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice. That's not bad.
I don't know what that means.
Hey, I was doing a Nixon kind of a
Yeah.
Nixon-y thing.
Oh, I get it.
And so we appreciate
like jokes.
the word. I do. I also like humor. So then he comes out. He goes, "Yeah, we're gonna have to probably maybe set deplane." But in the meantime, people keep trickling in.
Yeah.
And then it's getting Then all of a sudden, it looks like the plane might be pretty full.
Yeah.
And the other guy, 3D, says, "Hey, let's close this door and get out of here." And the flight
This
attendant.
guy's running the whole show. He's got all
I
the
know,
info.
right,
He's telling people what to do.
He was chatty, by the way. He was that guy. He was the guy that you don't like. I was glad there was an aisle between us because
I think you even said that in a text to me as this was
Oh,
happening.
I wish I still kept those texts because
I have them.
Well, don't read all of them.
I won't. I
because,
just want to see if you wrote that because I feel like that was part of the
I did say
exchange.
something to you. What did I say?
I don't know, but you keep telling your story and then I'll find it.
So we, everybody's on. Then they couldn't find a guy who was supposed to be upgraded to eventually who was 3D. This guy was in 3 dimension, Garen. You'd love it. I know you like that kind of movie. Hey, the so-and-so is not. Oh, the pilot came out and goes, "Is everybody on?" And they said, "Well, we can't find this one guy." And he goes, "Let's get out of here." I'm right there. I'm in 3. I'm literally, I'm sitting in their lap basically. Yeah. So I'm hearing all the conversation. He goes, "Well, let's get out of here." And the flight attendant was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, let's close it up." So they closed the door, and the guy comes on and goes, I'm not gonna, it's Captain speaking, we're gonna see if they won't let us out of here. We're all buttoned up here. We're gonna see if they won't let us out of here.
He hasn't said anything to the whole plane.
No, nothing like that. But just that. That was all he said. We're gonna see if they won't let us out of here. So sit back and we'll see what we can. So we literally, the plane starts moving, and it like if I'm in the plane, it goes. That's as far as we move.
Yeah.
Like I went from like if I'm looking out the window and I can see a landmark. Beep, boop.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a slight hold up. We're gonna see what's good. See, we can't get us out of here, but right now we gotta stay put. Oh, by the way, we're leaving 15 minutes early.
Right. Yeah, because you were texting me. It was only 10:15 or
right,
something.
it was 10:15 when I stopped texting you, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I think it was. I could tell you, but
Wait, let's say it's 10:15 for the sake of the story because I don't want to be proven wrong.
yeah, you know,
if all of a sudden you go, no, it was 11:10.
it was a
lot of holes in your story.
It was 3 in the afternoon.
So, we then end up we move a little further, and although you know what, truth be told, 3D and 3 whatever he was across the aisle from me, we kept texting even when we were moving.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have text later than that, we were on the move. So then he goes, all right, let's see, all right, we're gonna give it another try. And so then we go and by the way, I forgot one important thing. 3A, the guy next to me, comes running in, and he's disheveled.
Oh dear.
And he just ran from Terminal 3 to see if he can get on our plane. And he's on the phone. I don't know why I pick up.
Holy
and
shit.
he's telling the buddy, he goes, it's fucking crazy. All of a sudden, we're just standing over, and a woman comes running in. She's full of blood. I'm lucky enough they got me on this American airline, and it looks like we're taking off.
Shit.
Yeah. So that's happening.
Oh my god.
Oh no, that's what I said to you. The guy next to me keeps getting louder whenever the pilot. That's
what
who it
you
is.
said. Yeah, they were you said they were saying something with the PA, but you couldn't hear it because the guy was on his phone.
Because it was this guy.
I thought it was 3D.
No, it's not 3D. It was 3A.
Okay. All right.
Who is literally? By the way, he's telling.
He's an eyewitness.
He's an eyewitness. Amazing story.
Yeah.
But I still want to hear. Are we leaving?
Yeah.
You know, self-involved ass fuck.
That guy should have stayed and talked to the police. By the way.
Or he should have at least been like.
He could have been a suspect.
Like I don't know how he got out of there. I don't know how he got away from 3
And got all the way across the parking
in
lot.
time.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right. So he's nuts. I got Chatty 3D over here.
Yeah. Chatty 3D is my favorite rapper, by the way.
That's good stuff. I'm not going to disagree with myself. That's good stuff. So we get out to the tarmac. We sit out. He goes, right, we're making a little delay again. In the meantime, we're seeing other planes, like where they are, dropping their doors and people walking out.
Right.
People are getting off
Just
the plane.
onto the tarmac,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, onto the tarmac.
I saw that from the helicopter shot on the news.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just getting out and getting on buses.
So we're seeing that. We're like, fuck, they're stopping us for that. And then all of a sudden he goes, flight attendant, plane prepare for takeoff. And we're looking around. It's like no other plane is leaving. In fact, they're all going back.
Yeah.
This guy just got it's almost like he's this rogue pilot. To this second, I don't know how we flew.
I was amazed. I was amazed that you got out of there. I was like, it's over. Like because like you were texting me during that whole thing when you said you left and then went back, and then you were like, we're on the move, we're going. And then I didn't hear from you.
Oh, then I did say, didn't I say we're moving? And then I wrote back, like, no, we're not. What did I write?
Okay.
Do you have that? Give us a rundown on that.
Here's what you said.
Avoid times if you need to in case there's some holes in my story.
No, your story holds up.
We actually left, the flight was supposed to be 10:35. According to the itinerary online, we left at 10:32. So we actually ended up leaving 3 minutes early.
That's kind of what this shows too, because you were saying, I was trying to give you...
Did you text me first or did I text you? How did that start?
I think you texted me, but you didn't even mention the shooting. You didn't mention it right away. You just said we were texting about something else, and then you were like, "Oh, by the way, there was a shooting here," and I was like, "What?"
That's certainly a throwaway. What an asshole I am.
Yeah. You were like, "Yeah, I'm sitting on a plane at LAX. There was just a shooting in a different terminal. I'm safe." And then I was like, "What?" And so then I went to a website that had the news live, and then.
Is there a reason why you refused to give that website's name? Like you went out of your way not to say what. I went to a website that provided live footage.
I just Googled LAX shooting and clicked the first thing.
Gotcha.
I think it was KTLA probably. Yeah.
That's what we were watching on our phones.
Yeah. So yeah, you basically said the thing about the guy being loud on his phone, and so you couldn't hear what they were saying on the PA. Because I was saying like, have they given you information?
Yeah, right.
Like I didn't know like what they were telling you. I was kind of curious. And then I told you they were saying that they had a suspect in custody by like 10:15, but like that wasn't confirmed. So
at that point, they thought there was 2 guys running around.
They could have been. Yeah, they didn't. It seemed like they weren't sure that it was.
Oh, that was the other thing. At one point, while we were out on the outer tower on the tarmac, we had learned that they had just closed Terminal 4, which was ours.
Okay.
Oh shit! Well, they closed ours. We're not going. So
you texted, "We are moving. Keep you posted." Then I wrote, "Phew, have a good flight." And then you wrote back, "We just stopped." And then we texted about some other stuff, and then like you were like we were texting all about this other stuff for like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then I think then you were just like, okay, wait, where did it go?
Yeah, radio silence, baby.
That's now we're on to the next day.
All right.
Then I just didn't hear from you, and then I realized you had left.
Yeah.
Because I texted you something and you didn't respond. I was like, well,
I never responded?
No, not until later that day.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 9/11 story. I was not involved with it in any way, shape, or form. Yet now I have a story about the LAX shooting.
It was crazy.
But it was weird. It's only weird to me because we were the only plane that got out of it.
Thousands of people were inconvenienced, and your luck is that you would be. It's just unbelievable that you were like one of the few people that got out.
I was on the first plane to leave LAX after 9/11 as well. TWA to St. Louis. We were the first one, and there was 8 to 12 of us on the entire plane.
Yeah,
because everybody else was stuck in.
That's crazy.
You had to drive to an outer lot and then get shuttled in on that bus.
Yeah.
And that that lasted a day and a half when they realized this is a bigger mess than just letting people drop people off.
Right.
At any rate, that was they got to Chicago, had great shows, saw my friends, saw my family, had some pizza, had an Italian beef, all while dealing with diverticulitis. We were supposed to have a clear fluid diet. Yeah, try going to Chicago and have a clear fluid diet.
I don't even know what that means.
It's chicken soup.
Oh, that's all you're supposed to have?
Yeah, stuff like you could have vegetable soup. It could be,
Okay.
Just
Just vegetables and.
You're supposed to give your bowels a break, so nothing like steak.
Right. Okay.
Nothing that's gonna.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Sounds terrible.
What's that?
I can't live without steak. I'm not gonna do it, Dick.
I do like. Oh,
I'm not kidding.
My buddy Mike Toomey's got a great bit about how when people give him directions, all he hears is blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and then he has to go ask a second person how to do it.
Right.
So I thought about him because I had to ask the hotel lobby the concierge, hey, how do I get to Zanies from here? And he literally goes, the easiest way. And by the way, this is not the easiest way. It's the easiest way to explain it. The easiest way is go out the back door, start walking to the parking structure, then you'll see it. Which it was literally a 1-minute walk compared to his 20-minute version, which goes, go outside, then you're going to go past Gibson's. Have you been to Gibson's yet, sir? No, I have not. If you're looking for steak, Gibson's is your place. They have the best steak in town. You got to go to Gibson's. I don't know. They got a great piece of meat. And the whole time I'm thinking, I don't give a fuck about steak. Tell me how to get to my god. But he went on and on like like Gibson's was paying him, for Christ's sake.
They probably are.
You think, you know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah, they got the sweetheart deal.
You know what? That's why that asshole sends me that way. Go that way. Go by Gibson's, grab yourself a steak.
Actually, you have to walk through Gibson's. You have to sit down, order a steak, get up, pay the bill, and then go through the back door, and then it'll be right there.
I did do a nice riff while I was there because it's Zanies is next to a Toby Keith's. I love this bar, and I just kept talking how they should call that place Dumbs or Racists, and because you just go in there and I got the KKK fries, whatever. And then it's like then I had to backpedal because I kind of liked some early Toby Keith, but then he became just this right wing nut job. He and Ted Nugent are jerking each other off into a George Bush mask.
That's one of the worst things that came out of 9/11 was Toby Keith's music.
Yeah, right. Because it changed. It changed from like a traditional country guy who he's dealing with heartbreak.
I didn't really know his music before then.
Who is this man running my life? Is our guest here?
Yep.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll go around the horn when we come back. Dave Holmes is our guest. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey guys, Matt here with some dates for you. This week's guest, Dave Holmes, is hosting the Friday 40 at Nerd Melt. That's on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. November 8th, 7:30. Go to nerdmeltla.com for tickets. Jimmy Pardo is going to be at Flappers in Burbank on November 22nd and 23rd. And Cap City in Austin, Texas, December 6th and 7th. Then, on the 8th of December, Never Not Funny Live, a matinee show at Cap City. Go to jimmypardo.com for all tickets and such, and enjoy.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the program. Episode 13, 1317, right?
Yep.
That's still the number. Let's go around the horn. We talked to him very briefly earlier from the popculturebeast.com, Garen Cockrell. Garen, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
Doing great. You had a good weekend. You shot this movie you spoke of?
We did.
All right, great. And it's a comedy, not a horror film.
Right. Well, comedy, black comedy, drama-ish,
So you got some blackface. You got Juliana Huff in this thing? Yeah. That's right out of the news. Juliana Huff.
What about her?
She for Halloween, she put a little blackface on.
Oh, right. Yes.
Danced around in some outfits. She's hot. Damn it! When she taught me how to dance backstage at Conan,
Yeah, she did a
grab my
Pardo
hips.
Patrol.
Oh God, damn it! Oh my God, it was all I could do to not turn around and push her down, and then run because I'm not going to cheat on my wife.
Push her down in anger that you can
That I can't
be
cheat.
with her.
Yeah, I can't be with you. Nobody can right now. Push her down
Nice.
and then tie her up and keep her-
Playground move.
Yeah, right.
I like you. I'm gonna push you.
Little girl did that to Oliver the other day, and Oliver didn't understand why the girl was punching him. It's like, oh, son, look forward to more of that. That's the good stuff, baby. That's the good stuff.
Okay, great.
You don't think?
It is great, but the way you said that was
That's the good stuff,
All right,
baby.
okay.
That's the good.
Oh, boy.
Hey, just because we're recording at night doesn't mean it's not Monday, and you know what that means?
what's that?
What happens on Sunday nights?
Oh, Kojak,
Kojak.
baby.
That's right, baby. I'm on a Kojak Jag. Dave, we'll bring you into the mix
Okay.
on that.
Is my mic even on?
Yeah, you're
yeah.
on,
Okay.
but you keep it quiet like a professional. Anyway, Garrett, doing great. Best of luck to you today. From IDHD.com, Elliot Hochberg. Elliot, we've actually already heard from everybody. They just weren't properly introduced.
True.
The Honcho Matt Belknap
Hi
is
there.
here. Now, across the table from us is easily in our top 5 favorite guests, and that's an insult probably to everybody else. But I mean it complimentary. I say, you know what? In fairness, I say this a lot. I say it probably 5 times.
If someone were obsessive enough, they could go through and catalog all your numerical rankings and figure out if you're even on.
Only people were obsessive enough to do such
Jesus,
a thing.
You don't think that
Well,
that's happening?
they haven't
Yeah.
presented their evidence yet. I'm waiting for it.
They're biding their time.
I would imagine that somebody could, within what today? This comes out Thursday morning.
Yeah.
For all practical purposes. Hi.
Yep.
Just had a stroke.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Tuesday of next week.
Okay.
November. What does that come in at? 12.
That'll be November 12th.
November 12th. I guarantee we have an answer on.
Well, you have various ways of saying that this is one of my favorite people. This guy makes me smile every time I see him.
Well, that's your Greg Proops.
Your Greg Barron.
Greg Barron. But Greg and Dave are Greg. Oh, you all right, Dave?
Jesus Christ.
What happened?
Well, okay. I've got this water thing, right, with a straw.
Yeah.
What
Just
is it?
it's
Is
like
that-
a little travel cup.
That's
just,
it?
it's just water.
Right, but,
But it's a giant straw. It's like a boba straw.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's huge. And so occasionally I'll have a little pull off my water, and I yank my mouth off too quick. Water goes everywhere.
You're out of the top
Happens in the
5.
gym a lot. It's-
By the
yeah,
way,
I know.
We were waiting for Dave Holmes to show up. Who's this thin, trim?
Oh,
even from
stop
like
it.
look at you up there. You're thin and trim. You're even more
When was that?
today.
Well, I'm working at it.
You're still doing this CrossFit.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you've settled into being a fit guy, and it's like now
Thanks.
it's like.
No, it's
Boom.
not. It's not that yet.
Last
But I think I'm within, striking distance
close.
of.
Oh, you also don't have
I
your
don't wanna get
glasses
there.
on. That's
That's true.
But you spoke last time about how you said you hate the people, you hate the lifestyle, but
Right.
you're loving with the results.
That's correct.
Does that
I
still
by
stand?
that. I stand by that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's actually the people aren't that objectionable. They're they get a little overeager. Being in the comedy world, perhaps you can relate. People who get like really super into it
Yeah.
and don't do anything outside of it frighten me a tiny bit. And there's definitely some of that there. But then there are some normal people too.
Well, you're there.
I am there, but I'm teetering. Like I can see where I can be one of these.
Oh,
people
you
who
think
starts
you
talking
can
about it all
cult
the
it,
time.
huh? You could-
Yeah, the other people, like other people in my orbit who also do it. When we get together, that's all we talk about, and it gets. I'm annoying myself. You know what I mean?
But if you guys you have the same interests, I mean, obviously
Right.
you're going to talk about it. When I get around my
Right.
fantasy baseball friends, we talk about fantasy baseball.
Yeah, I know, and that's boring. Like you should be angry at yourself for that.
No, but that's all I have in common with some
Right.
of these guys.
Right.
You know,
Right.
That's what hobbies are. But
Yeah,
this is
I
also
guess,
this
yeah.
is
But it's
you're,
also
you're
sort of
improving
good
yourself.
for you.
Yeah.
Fit and
Until
trim
you have a
hobby.
heart attack or like get rhabdomyolysis or
Well,
whatever. There's some
isn't
weird
that
like
the
kidney
new
disease
thing that they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
People are-
this? What is
people
it?
are
There's
having
some
kidney failure.
Yeah, some people are like lifting themselves to death, kind of.
Well, goodbye then.
Yeah. That's exactly my thing. Is like if you're I'm 42, and so if I try to do what 25-year-olds are doing, I'm gonna hurt myself.
Right.
But if I try to do what they're doing in any other way, like if I try to run as fast as they can run, or if I try whatever, I'm gonna hurt myself. So that's yeah.
Safety
But isn't the whole
Safety
thing
first.
like do it, go, come on?
No, it can be like that. I think
okay.
there are probably some gyms that are like that, but mine is kind of
okay.
pleasingly not
That's
like
good.
that.
You're over at Burbank, you said.
No, Studio City.
Studio City, my
Right on
apologies.
Ventura. It's between a weed dispensary and a liquor store. That's my favorite thing in the world. And it's and it's like it is fucking 1998 in there all the time.
What does that mean?
That means you're Zach Morris. that means you're Steve Sanders, Ian Ziering.
Wait, these guys are the real people.
Oh, the real people. No, the characters from the television.
No, I
shows.
don't know if like a guy who looks like him. You're saying these actual actors. Ian
Wait, you're
Ziering,
saying
the actual
Mark
actors
Paul
are-
comes
Mark
in.
Paul
Oh,
Gosselaar
sure.
are
Every
there.
day. Saw him this morning.
Ian Ziering comes in.
Ian Ziering.
That is hilarious.
Friendly guy. You know what? Friendly guy. And then Sharknado came out and he became a little standoffish.
Oh, did
How do
he?
you like that? How do you like that?
So he's an asshole actor.
I don't think he's an asshole actor. I just think he had like a little bump and people started to, ask him questions about
give a shit
Tara
again?
Reid, instead asking him questions about Shannon Doherty, and that gets annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's who else? Farnsworth Bentley, the guy who would hold the umbrella for Diddy.
Yeah.
To see this whole episode or for more great content with comedian Jimmy Pardo, head over to Pardcast.com. Don't forget to share, rate, and subscribe.